Do you know that if it wasn't for persistence of vision, we wouldn't even be able to watch movies?
In other words, whatever he tells you to do, do it. Do it, whatever he tells you to do. He means it, and he's more intelligent than we are. He's more sensible, and he sees all of our tomorrows, and he knows what's best always. He knows what's best.
Fuck you!
He knows what's best.
I got a gas can in the fucking leg.
He knows what's best.
There is an ancient myth of what may have been the most highly advanced civilization ever to dwell on the planet Earth.
Do we have a sexy crew tonight? I don't check anymore.
Yet, how fragile do we now find ourselves before the juggernaut of our own inventions?
I don't want to think about it.
Cars.
Conspicuous consumption has become the driving force behind development.
We know what we want. Transportation.
My wish to fly has come true.
Once our Earth seemed huge, but now that we can travel so fast, it begins to seem small.
Industry.
I know I'm dependent on technology, but it extends my power.
Traffic.
Lost my job to a robot.
Having some cash might be a good idea.
Keep working hard.
Communications. People.
Shut up! Isn't that telling you? You just watch.
I've seen this movie.
Oh yeah? How'd I come out?
Just an ancient myth.
Find clean water. Keep warm.
I don't want to think about it.
Survive.
For years we have tried to conquer the earth, but they have been too big, too powerful.
Yes, but taking it bit by bit, we will win at last. Here it comes.
Count your beats, folks.
Survive.
You're not allowed up there. Sir, don't go up there.
I want to show you some tape.
Suddenly a phenomenon took place.
We are being hijacked. We're being hijacked.
No, you can't do this to me.
Incredible.
I'll give you the greatest story of destruction the world has ever known.
No, anything but this.
We will land on this town and explain to the people that we are their rulers and supposedly.
What's that noise?
Sounded like our own hometown being ripped out of the ground.
What's happening?
I don't know. We seem to have lost that cell phone connection. We'll hook it back up in a moment.
You don't suppose it could have been...
What makes you think you'll conquer us without a fight?
This nut may prove dangerous.
Natalie, what can you tell us? Hello, Natalie Clancy. We've...
Natalie again.
Just a sec. Have we got you now, Natalie?
I'm just not clear if I'm even on the line with them.
Well, we're obviously having a little trouble hooking up with Natalie.
This looks like a job for
Plasticman! Plasticman! Plasticman!
Have you ever walked into your family room and been shocked to see what your children were watching on TV?
The officials have to say...
I don't know.
The officials have to say...
I can't confirm or deny that right now.
The officials have to say...
I don't have that specific information.
It could well be that there's in a state of confusion.
They expect to terrify us with a display of power.
And why Washington?
They appear to be realists, and Washington is one of the centers of political power. They're contemptuous of our defenses.
I'm scared, Bruce.
They'll dig us out. Silence.
And it happened it happened. Kill them. Kill them.
David, I don't know, stop me if you don't agree, but it does seem remarkable to me that nobody at any level has stepped forward to say anything yet. We can't hear David. If we can open David's mic there.
There are not a lot of people around because they're all, like everybody, watching television.
It sounds like a movie. It sounds like a novel. It sounds like a movie. It sounds like a novel. It sounds like a movie. It sounds like a novel. It sounds like a movie. It sounds like a novel. It sounds like a movie. All right.
Tell everyone that everything is going to be all right.
I don't want to overstate this, but it's at times like this when a certain calming is needed.
Your federal government continues to function.
We have to give them something to hope for.
The Secretary of State is flying back from Europe. The Secretary of Defense is returning from the Pacific.
Power plants, firehouses, and all municipal buildings will be next. Take heed. This is your last warning.
This looks like a job for
Plasticman.
I think we've got the tape rewound.
Plasticman.
U.S. President.
Plasticman.
Let's listen in.
A technical problem.
He's a real good guy in a bright red suit.
Here we go.
And he always wears goggles and a belt that's a beauty.
That was not live.
He was a crook, but he reformed and then
U.S. President, now they're still having trouble. The tape now being rushed to a point that can be fed. All right.
Plastic Man.
The sound may be a little difficult. Now let's try this again now.
The fantastic Plastic Man.
The President of the United States.
Plastic Man.
In a bunker in Omaha.
Plastic Man.
Why, God? Why, God, why?
One change that really scares me is having someone I love die.
It's just almost too hard to comprehend.
The president's wife said to appeal to all parents across the country to reassure their children that they were safe. Well, I don't think that reassurance will have a huge effect right now.
Why, God? Why, God? Why?
I can do the breather. No doubt. But let me remind you what an old Chinese philosopher once said. May you live in interesting times.
Obey, obey. I want to obey. Obey, obey. I want to obey.
Follow me, follow me, follow me.
Help guide us on what we should be thinking.
The uniform that we're wearing, we're supposed to, it's natural to feel proud of uniform.
Wow.
You lose a bit of individuality as such,
wow.
But I don't seem to mind.
You believe whatever he tells you.
We're supposed to, that's natural.
We're too dumb to question him.
It's 6 weeks of recruitment. They make you feel like dirt. You just go when he says to go, and you don't even think twice. You just do it.
He's the one who has the final say, you know.
Perhaps including the use of a tactical nuclear weapon. The Americans are incapable of using weapons of mass destruction on a civilian target.
Let's rewind the clock a bit.
Pay close attention for the next few minutes.
September 11th, 2001. A day like no other.
It's just like Pearl Harbor.
A reference, of course, to the Japanese attack that brought the U.S. into the Second World War.
There is no comparison to this. Now, you mentioned the Pearl Harbor comparison.
I can now understand how Pearl Harbor felt.
War. That's what it is, just like Pearl Harbor.
These pictures.
Nothing at all. They've never seen anything like today's story.
This is a story unlike any that we've seen in our world before. There has never real life story like this. We have to keep reading this at a time.
A bit like what was said by the Japanese after Pearl Harbor.
Well, that's that.
All-out war. That's what it is, just like Pearl Harbor.
This looks like a job for
Plastic Man.
He took on the fashion of a man.
Plastic Man.
It had to be the human way.
Plastic Man.
We don't know where he's going.
Plasticman.
They're keeping him on the move.
I just hope that while we're waiting, another disaster doesn't occur.
Plasticman.
Somehow this isn't presidential.
Plasticman.
And all this thanks to oil.
Plasticman.
You sound like a greed monster.
Plasticman.
Motivated by profit, revolutions can start from the top.
I only know what's the best thing for you.
Your kids will love seeing vegetables come to life.
I've seen this movie.
Fuck Bush, fuck Bush, fuck Bush.
He's a politician.
4 years is a long way away.
I believe that together we can defeat these forces of evil.
Liquidation of Yasser
They're
Arafat.
fussing over the land, fussing over the land.
We're used to these things
We here in Israel have been standing and fighting at the front line against terrorism for years.
With bulldozers, it takes some time to demolish 100 villages.
And America is regarded as being the sponsor of Israel.
We're going to take you through a 180-degree turn.
Where does it begin?
Now pull your eyebrows down and together.
Why is it so dark in my home? Why? Because you turned the light out.
Rage conveys something that's intense and uncontained. Fury is destructive. Wrath implies a reaction that'll end in revenge or punishment. But anger is also learned.
That's my dad.
The same method, the same power, the same everything.
You're always afraid that somebody's going to take you down from the pedestal.
And the most important step in controlling anger is to recognize what caused it before you take it out on someone else.
Our children die of disease, mines, and poison gas. And the women are raped and killed. Afghanistan.
The word Islam synonymous with atrocity in the Western mind.
American rule of law will prevail.
We can change one atomic element into another.
All this churn is giving me a headache.
People sit around and we make the best decision on what's the best way to resolve.
Take shelter. Sometimes it takes a crisis to force us to change.
The American public is going to have to get used to a very different kind of America.
I have the distinct feeling that we're going to be jobbed.
Maybe we're not doing enough to protect her.
No room in the inn.
And that requires a much different solution than simply putting higher walls up and bigger fences. That's part of it.
And I have come to bring you the passport. But you have to do what my father wants you to do, or you can't go.
Public opinion in the United States is going to demand something more than a peaceful resolution in all this.
There's your information explosion.
This is war.
An adventure with monsters and a treasure or two.
He didn't consult with anybody.
We're being hijacked.
Stop this killing.
You talk peace and disarmament to the world. And here you are wiping out a race of people.
Guns, all kinds of guns.
Money!
Some people will die.
There are explosions at this hour in Kabul, Afghanistan.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that great?
We already had our Vietnam.
Now you're going to have yours. Yet nobody sees anything in the papers.
The person who's unwilling to be flexible and adapt to change may die soon.
Some of you couldn't keep your mouth shut, and you had to be shot, sirs. You just well shut up, because you're not going to out-talk him. And he's still saying, whatever I tell you to do, do it. Whatever I tell you to do, do it. Just do it. That's all you have to do. And he gives you simple instructions at that. We're not that wise, are we?
Yeah, here they come. Hey, look out, chum. It's the Justice League. The Justice League. Superheroes all always on the ball. It's the Justice League. The Justice League. When they get the call, watch them go. The Justice League. Yeah, the Justice League. Oh, 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 the
You've got
Justice
to do what he tells you to do.
But even as they did so, the military wondered whether their scientific know-how and their best weapons would be effective.
They kill all my family.
I want to fight.
I just want you to hurt like I do. I just want you to hurt like I do. I just want you to hurt like I do. Honest I do. Honest I do. Honest I do.